One of the biggest mistakes that we make as entrepreneurs is thinking that as long as we want to succeed, things are going to happen. See, want to succeed is not enough. Sometimes the desire to succeed, it feels more like an obligation than something that we get to do. And I think the intention behind the obligation is what matters. Obligation without the commitment will always drain your energy. So in this training, I want to share with you some things that I teach my clients is how to increase your level of commitment. There's 5 different levels of commitment. The moment you realize that your obligation has to be backed up by your commitment, the game will change. So comment below and let me know what the biggest insight from this training was, and I'll continue to bring you more insights of how to go to the next level. My name is Raul Velazquez, and you're listening to the Daily Edge podcast. Learn the systems and the process that successful businessmen are using to take their lives and their business to the next level. All right, so the number one reason why we burn the fuck out is because of the lack of clarity. The number one reason that most men burn out is because of the lack of clarity. And see, the lack of clarity is not that we don't know what to do. It's that we are not clear on how and why we want it. And here's the reality. We're not clear of how and why. We're constantly asking ourselves, how do I get to do this? How do I get to do that? But we're not clear about the why. The burnout happens when you don't have clarity. And it's not about the clarity of what I need to do or how do I need to do it. It's the clarity about why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, if you're not clear about the why, the how is not going to show up. See, once you get clear on the why, you can reverse engineer the rest. The moment that you get a clear why, the moment that you actually start looking down deep inside, asking yourself, why do I want to go to the next level? Why do I want to succeed? Why do I want to continue to start my business? What do I need to continue to expand my business? The moment that you start asking why and getting clear on the why, then you can reverse engineer. But see, most people fuck this up because most people use their why as a burden instead of fuel. Most people use their why as an obligation. They feel obligated to the reason, but they lack the commitment. And that's what we're seeing right now. Most people out there, they think, Raul, I have a strong why. My family is my why. Or Raul, I have a strong why. I want to impact the world. That's a strong why. I want to make a difference. But see, they feel like they think that they have the obligation to do it, and they lack the commitment. The commitment is the fire that's going to make shit happen. See, the moment that you have an obligation and you lack commitment, it drains your energy. And every single time that you're taking one step forward, you're going to take 2 steps back because you're not focusing on the level of commitment that you have. So let's talk about the 4 levels of commitment, because I think this is where most people make the mistakes. They say they're going to do something, but they're not committed to follow through. So here's the first level of commitment. I have to. Raul, I have to do this. I have to go to the next level. I have to have an edge. I have to be able to succeed. I have to do this. I have a strong why, Raul. I want to provide for my kids. I want to make an impact. But I have to make this work. See, the moment that you have the I have to energy, it puts you in survival mode. Because the moment that you think in your mind, I have to do this, already puts you in a state of low energy. See, at this level of commitment, you will find any excuse not to follow through. Every single man that I know that says, I have to do this, you can already feel the lack of energy. You can already feel the drop of energy in their voice. If you ask somebody, why are you doing this? And he says, I have to do it. You already feel how he drops his energy. If you talk to your wife and kids and you say, well, I'm working because I have to, you already feel the drain of energy. That's the weakest level of commitment. I have to. Just listen to the way that sounds, man. I have to. It's like draining the energy out of you, sucking the life of somebody's soul, thinking and feeling that we have to. The second level of commitment is I need to. So now there's a little bit more energy towards it, but also the energy of I need to makes you feel like there's only one way to solve your problems. I need to fix this, Raul, because otherwise I'm going to be broke. I need to do this, Raul, otherwise she's going to leave me. I need to find a way, Raul, otherwise I'm going to fail. So the moment that you bring that needy energy at this level of commitment, you're most likely repelling those things that you want instead of attracting those into your life, because you're using that needy energy. And when you have that needy energy of like, I need to do this, you will bend your beliefs, your values in order to get the results that you want. That's what happens. When you feel like you need it, you get desperate, and then all of a sudden you're gonna bend for other people, and then you're making obligations and agreements that you feel like are not you. But because you feel that neediness, you have that neediness energy around you, you think that that's gonna help you. The third is I want to. And now in the I want to energy, you may get some results. The I want to energy brings a lot more energy than the I need to and then I have to, but those results come with casualties. Those results come with a price, because you trigger that warrior mode, man. And the moment you get into that warrior mode, you don't care about the consequences as long as you get what you want. Because the energy that you have, like, I want to do this. I want to, and I'm going to get it my way. And it's more about you than it's about others. And that's the moment that you don't give a fuck about what other people think. You don't give a fuck about other people. You want to do it and you follow through and you find a way, but it's all about you. You're doing it from a place of ego. You're doing it from a place of you being right and somebody else being wrong. You're doing it sometimes, even though all the science says that you shouldn't. All the science says that you have to just find a different way. But because you want to be right, because you feel like you're going to be the guy who makes things happen, you find a way, but it also comes back in consequences. And we've all been there. Broken relationships, broken employees or customers. The moment that we just do it because we feel like we want to do it, but we're not hearing or listening to that inner voice, or worse, listening to the people around us. Our employees, our customers, sometimes our families, that will give us perspective. The I want to energy will get you some results, but at the end, it's going to come at a price. Then you have the fourth commitment level, which is I must. The moment that you have that must is a different energy. This is one of the strongest commitment levels. I must. The must energy gives you creativity, gives you innovation. The moment that you said, I must do this, you may not know how, but it's a must. So that's the moment that you find a way. When most people can't see a way, it's a must for you. And that's the moment that you realize that the why is bigger than you. The why is bigger than you and won't stop you. Nothing will stop you until you make it happen. Because now you have a must. Now the energy is coming through you. It's not, the motivation is not coming from the inside. The desire is coming in from the inside. Now the last one, the most important level of commitment, is when you go past the must and you actually get to say, I get to do this. I get to play in this game. I get to build a business. I get to connect with my family. I get to provide value into the brotherhood. So the moment that you have this level of commitment, it's full of appreciation and contribution. The moment that you start thinking about other people, the moment that you start thinking about the contribution you bring in, that's the moment that you start looking at, I get to do this. And even though you may get some challenges, even though some things may go, different ways, and there are going to be some bumps in the roads, you start thinking about like, man, how lucky I am that I get to do this, that I get to get punched in the face and get back up when most people just lay low and die. How do I get to the point that, even though I'm struggling, I still find fulfillment and joy in what I do? See, when you get to this level of I get to, you're thinking beyond the challenges and you're going to start seeing the results. You're already there. You don't even have to think about it, like, man, I get to do this every single day. I get to level up. I get to play this game. I need to contribute. I get to impact the world. And that's the moment that you shift your energy. That's the moment that the obligation for you to stand up as a leader is backed up by a commitment that is bigger than you. Because now with this energy is where the king shows up. I see, when the king shows up, it determines who will fight these battles. Who will be able to find the solution. Because the warrior can only serve you as at a point of a certain level. The peasant is always there dragging your fucking energy and draining your energy. But the king gets to play this game. the king gets to expand. The king gets to be the one that's leading the way. So every single day, you realize that the moment that you start focusing on the energy that I get to do this, you will find any excuses. You only will find the reasons why to do the fucking work. And that's the moment that it takes mastery to accomplish. Because it takes a lot of fucking energy for you to start getting rid of the I have to's and the I need to's and sometimes the I want to's, to focus on the musts and to get to I get to, in order for you to find the fulfillment and the joy in the game that you play in life. So I have to, I need to, I want to, I must, and I get to. So the 5 levels of commitments. The question for you is, what is the level of commitment that you have in order for you to find the edge? What's the level of commitment that you're exuding every single day? Maybe right now you're in the have to. Raul, I have to get the edge, because if I don't find the edge, I'm gonna be fucked. If I don't find the edge, then I'm gonna be I'm gonna fail. But see, if you start with that mentality, I want you to have the awareness, because the moment that you bring awareness, you said, fuck, I can't operate from a have to, because I have to will give you the survival mode. Then you want to get to the I need to. Fuck, I need this shit. I need to show up. I need to listen to the training. I need to connect with the brothers. I need to be able to bring more value. Then you increase that level of energy. And then the moment that you start, I need to say, I want to do this shit. I want to show up. I want to be a leader. I want to be able to impact the world. I want to be able to bring more value. And then from there, you go to the I must. Then I must make this happen. See, there's a long list of I have to's. There's a smaller list of the I need to's. There's a small list of the I want to's, and there's only a handful of their musts. And then the moment that you get to the musts, then you start playing a different game, because that's the level that's going to get you to the I get to's. And the moment that you get to play this game, it becomes second nature to show up. Then it doesn't become work. I heard some guys in here say, man, it doesn't become work anymore. Now you enjoying the game, you enjoying the journey. And that's the level that I want you to play at. Because I want you to understand that the moment you get to the level that you appreciate and you contribute, then life will always give you what you're willing to give life. Awareness of your level of commitment will determine how you show up in life. And every single day, it's your job to check yourself and ask yourself, how am I showing up in life? How am I exuding my commitment and my obligation? Am I putting the excuses in front of my whys? Am I getting clear on my why? Because the moment that you get clear on the why, the moment that you realize that you have to commit to the why, the moment that you find the path to the darkness, the light will only come when you have a clear why. If you like this podcast, send me a text from a community platform at 203-405-9199 for exclusive content and direct access to me, so I can take your life to the next level. That's 203-405-9199. Send me a text now.